All right, so now we finished texture and you're done. And remember, always save. So same steps as before. We're going to go to our layers. We're going to lock that texture layer and we're going to create a new layer and we're going to call it type. And I'm just going to bring my type layer to the very top and I'm going to navigate to my type artboard. Now, type is language in visual form. And so with the type artboard, you can have a object of a apple or you can not have one. It's up to you because we're thinking about language and representing an apple, right? So you'll notice here we have T and this is our type tool. And we have lots of different options we're going to talk about using the type tool. So when you want to do some basic editing, basically what you can do is you can just click out and start typing. All right, so that's how you can just straight up just type. When you have some text, you'll notice there's more options up here, right? But there's also a character and paragraph panel. So what I want you to do is go Window, and I want you to go to Type and make sure you open your character and paragraph panels, right? And maybe I'm just going to pop these out so it's easier for you to see. Now, one of the reasons why I have you do this is when you look at your character in the panel, you can actually see a preview of them. Versus if you look at it here, you just see the names of it. So how can you represent Apple using some characters here? So you can change the type of character, right? We can change its fonts. We can show options. We can change it to all caps. We can change its size, right? And we can change its color. How does this all change the representation of Apple? So just to start with the type tool, we can select it. We can just click and start typing, or we can actually create a text box and then type. All right. And same with a lot of the other Adobe products. We have the paragraph here, and here we can decide what we want, how we want it aligned, and some other paragraph options. But the one you're going to use the most is character, which is setting the specific font, setting the size. And then also if you use the direct selection tool, you can resize your box, or if you didn't do the box, you can resize it by dragging. So one of the difference between setting a bounding box or just starting typing is that when you have a box, you can change the size of the box, but if you didn't do that way, you're actually changing the size of the text. One other thing that I'm going to show you in terms of using the text tool, and that is this really cool thing where you can type area on a path and type vertically and all these ones here. So type vertical tool, if I just click here, I can type going down. And that's pretty cool. I'm gonna pop these out. So you have a lot of different options. You can type going down, but there's also this really cool thing where you can type on a path. And if you use your pen tool, like before, if you create a path, you can actually type on it. And so here we have the type on a path tool. We select this one, we then put it on the path, and now we can type on that path. So now I want you to experiment with the type tool, changing the character, changing the size, and perhaps typing on a path.